Number 13th, the chosen text from Matthew chapter 6, verses 8. Your Father knoweth what things you have need of. Explanation. Our petitions, our requests, our cries to the Lord, therefore, should be for the holiness of heart, for the filling of His Spirit, for the spiritual food, refreshment, strength. And as for the natural things, He knoweth the way we take and what would be to our best interest as new creatures. We are to leave this to Him. He would not be pleased to see us importuning Him for things which He did not give us, for to do so would not be an exemplification of faith in Him, but the reverse, an exemplification of doubt, a manifestation of fear that He was forgetting or neglecting His promise to give us the things needful. Reprint number 3338. Amen.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at some really interesting source material, all focused on, well, a pretty challenging verse, Matthew 6.8. You know the one. Your Father knoweth what things ye have need of. Short, but wow.
Yeah, it packs a punch.
And we have this devotional source that takes it really seriously, almost like an instruction manual for how not to pray sometimes.
Exactly. It's less comfort, more directive.
So our mission today is to unpack that view. What does this source claim we should be asking for versus what we're supposed to just, well, leave alone?
And what's really key here is how this source uses that verse to split our needs. It creates these two distinct buckets.
Yeah.
Spiritual needs and natural needs.
Okay.
And it argues only one of those is really our business when it comes to prayer. It's kind of a framework for getting your faith priorities straight.
Right. So, okay, if the starting point is He already knows what we need, why pray? And what exactly does this source say should be the focus of our petitions, our cries to the Lord?
Well, the focus has to be completely on things we can't just conjure up ourselves. Spiritual stuff.
Like what specifically?
The source is very direct.
We should be asking for holiness of heart. We should pray for the filling of His Spirit, for spiritual nourishment, food, refreshment, strength.
Okay.
These are the things, according to this interpretation, that we actively pursue because they're about our spiritual growth, our development as spiritual beings.
That makes a certain kind of sense as a way to reframe prayer, but it feels, I don't know, a bit detached, maybe counterintuitive.
How so?
Well, we're often taught, cast all your cares upon Him.
Yeah.
Doesn't limiting prayers like this risk ignoring the very real stress of needing a job or food or, basic shelter? Real physical needs.
That's a really critical point. And the source tackles that head on. This is where the real test of faith kicks in, according to this view.
All right.
For those natural things, the material, the physical stuff, the instruction is, well, pretty stark.
Yeah.
Leave this to Him. Just leave it.
But why, though? Why is that trust mandatory?
Because of the verse itself. He knoweth the way we take. And this is crucial. He knows what would be to our best interests as new creatures.
Ah, okay. New creatures. That's specific language from this source material, isn't it? What does that mean right here? Why does being a new creature mean leaving natural needs alone?
Good question. Yeah, new creatures refers to people who've had that spiritual rebirth experience. If you're spiritually reborn, the idea is your whole focus shifts.
The priorities change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your material needs become secondary to your spiritual journey. So the Father knows what's genuinely best for that journey, for your spiritual progress.
Yeah.
And sometimes, maybe often, that means not giving you things you want or even things you think you desperately need for physical comfort.
Okay, this is where it gets really sharp because the source sets up a direct conflict. What if we don't follow this? What if we keep asking, or as the source puts it, importuning Him for those natural things He hasn't given?
Yes. Importune, that's the word it uses, like badgering Him, persistently begging.
What happens then?
This is the twist.
Yeah.
The source argues doing that, asking persistently for stuff He hasn't provided. It's not showing faith, it's actually the complete opposite.
The opposite, you mean doubt.
Precisely. It becomes an exemplification of doubt. It's a manifestation of fear.
Fear.
Fear that He's maybe forgetting, or neglecting
Hmm.
his promise to give us the things that are truly needful.
Wow.
You see the logic? If you really truly believe he knows what you need, and you believe he promises to provide what's needful for your spiritual path.
Then begging for stuff shows you don't actually believe those things.
Exactly. It shows a fundamental lack of trust in those core truths.
So the takeaway for you, listening,
Yeah.
it seems to be that real faith in this view isn't about having this long list of material requests.
Right.
It's more about the discipline, maybe. Focusing your energy on spiritual growth and just trusting him to handle the rest because he knows what's needful. It's about spiritual efficiency in a way.
Yes. And if you go back to the core verse, Matthew 6.8, your Father knoweth what things ye have need of.
It really is the ultimate statement of security, isn't it?
Yeah.
The basic principle holds. He knows best. And that knowledge should free us up to trust his promise completely.
Which leaves us with a pretty powerful thought to consider. If we really trust that promise, that we'll be given the things needful, how does that actually change our day-to-day definition of what's truly essential for us? Essential for growth versus just comfortable or desired? Something to think about.